a match that I think is the least predictable and maybe is the dark horse to steal the show is that Face of the Revolution match. And we got to see an awesome qualifier tonight in the sense that, man, you got two guys that are young, great build. Both have their trajectory is going nowhere but up, right? I mean, we think that 10 is clearly shaping up to be a breakout star of the Dark Order. Yep. We've talked to Alex Reynolds and John Silver in the past. Both those guys agree that 10's got that solo superstar aura around him, and they're all just kind of waiting for him to break out. It turns out that tonight was not his night to get that opportunity, get that shot, because Max Caster was more than happy to take that cheap win off the heels of my guy, dirtbag Jack Evans, cracking 10 in the skull with the boombox. It was absolutely a thing of beauty. 10, unfortunately, was because he's a part of the Dark Order. He's in Matt Hardy's sights, and he felt the wrath of Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy upped the ante with Jack Evans, gave him $4,200. That's big money, bro.
Big money, Matt, for a reason.
Big money, Matt. So what did you think about the way this match built? Obviously, dude, like we watched Dark. Max Caster and Bowens, their rap battle, that rap on Dark was sick. Nice. And Caster had kind of like a couple lines tonight in his live rap that had people going, "Ooh, damn!"
He got -1 too.
He got -1 fired up. Yeah,
I'm definitely coming along to the Acclaim's match builds for sure. I mean, with the Inner Circle was gold, A+, for sure. Yep. And then last night on Dark was a pleasant surprise, a great music video, calling out 10 and mocking 10, and then, coming to the ring today. So it was, -1 is starting to get more and more of a in-ring gear, which is pretty cool. He's got his own custom mask, and then he's, that bond between 10 and -1 is really special too. So hopefully we'll get to talk to 10 more in depth about that down the line, because I'd love to hear how that like big brother, little brother kind of bond is forming and developing. And him on commentary is on Dark, and some of the matches is great. But, speaking of commentary, Scorpio Sky, which is a pleasant surprise seeing him on Dynamite, which he's going to be, obviously in this ladder match. It's hard to see because it seemed he was kind of like acting a little heelish on commentary.
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, dude. He had some confidence, some arrogance.
Pretty, nice to see. He's like, put the camera back on me, and things like that. So I like that. So I really enjoyed that part, that little added twist to it, which made sense, who else is going to be in my match, essentially. So he's going to be scouting them. Of course, 10 had some great spots. I like the top turnbuckle, the 10 count punches, and then a massive spine buster. Like I said before, 10 and Jade, you're going to battle for the spine busters here in AEW.
Yup, so, no doubt.
They could be a next mixed tag, do a double spine buster. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, TH2, it was a little bummer when we found out that that match that got scrapped, because we were really excited to see Private Party and TH2 work together, because those two teams are just so exciting on their own. So if they were working together on the same side, but to have this continuation storyline of the debt collectors for Matt Hardy, it was a swerve that I did not see coming, honestly. I know Matt's out to get the Dark Order, and I completely did not even think of him interfering or doing anything in this match. It was a huge swerve. Great visual of him handing him, Jack Evans the money at the end. This match was and is a showcase of the fresh faces, the upcoming stars. 10 and Caster are very new to television and AEW and the business. And the future is bright in many reasons, and these guys are definitely part of it, because they have so much potential ahead of them, and the star power with those two guys is through the roof.
And for two very different reasons, right? I mean, 10 has got such a look to him. The dude is so dedicated to, like, you could tell. I mean, dedicated to his diet, dedicated to his workout routine. The dude's physicality in the ring is on point. But he's more of that star because we see untapped potential, and he's got that when it comes to being in the ring, his power, his set of power moves is quickly becoming something that you look forward to watching. And when he gets those opportunities to have those showcases, his power moves are always a lot of fun to watch. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, you got a guy like Max Caster who, his matches are always, they're good. They're always rock solid. But to me, Caster shines because of that personality. He's so smart. He's so creative, incredibly witty and funny, and his lines are hitting harder and harder. He's got that kind of that personality for days, right? Yeah. Where so they just seem like very different ends of the spectrum. Where you got 10, who's a little bit more in-ring work, more look and physique build, that you see a potential star in that, versus a guy like Caster, who is obviously just, over the top personality for days, right? So two totally different stars, but two very welcome additions to AEW, and I think that long term have a lot of potential in this business. So it was nice to see both of these guys in a singles match too. I mean, Caster, we've been used to seeing Caster and Bowens kind of doing their tag team thing with the Acclaim, but really like seeing that. I feel like this was kind of a swerve. I think most people, if they're putting their money on this match, I think most people would have put their money on 10. But to me, seeing the way it came out, I think that this is going to lead to a quite an amazing ladder match at Revolution. I can't wait to talk to you about that on our pre-show. Because I know that you love yourself some Lance Archer, but man, there are quite a few competitors in this match that could realistically take it. You couldn't blame AEW if they ultimately did decide to put it on Caster. We just watched a swerve. We watched a surprise for him to get into this one. A guy with that kind of personality, that kind of swagger, being the face of the Revolution certainly could happen. But anybody in that match, that's the thing of beauty. I mean, Scorpio Sky, with his personality and commentator, I mean, he felt very comfortable in that role. You could tell the podcast game is helping him. He certainly felt very confident and comfortable going into this one. So I don't know where you put your who's the odds-on favorite to win it, but this was certainly a great addition.
Lance Archer, man.
I know.
With the ladder match, you can have anyone steal it and not have any damage to any other performer.
That's right. And even Scorpio even kind of hinted towards that, right? I mean, he was saying, you put any of these guys in a one-on-one match with me and I'll beat them. But the ladder match kind of it's the great equalizer. I mean, anybody can sneak out a W.
Yeah, it would have been fun to have 10 in there because you could maybe have done a spine buster off the ladder. Then you have Cody and 10, which they, team together. They could do some cool tag team stuff. Obviously, Penta's just going to be unreal. But, pulling it back the curtain, I talked about this on our Friday night show. If Hobbs was involved and then taking the win to kind of tie it all together to bring it back to the whole Darby feud could be an option. Or two, the last contender, which is the surprise, could be this Hall of Fame worthy opponent, which could be SPD, aka Rob Van Dam, the whole effing show, because he has done amazing stuff off ladders and would be pure entertainment. You have Penta, who is going to do some crazy stuff off the ladder. I'm sure Scorpio. Cody will take a high spot. Scorpio, Lance is just going to be absolutely just massive and brutal. Yep. So if you throw in a person like,
dude, if you had RVD,
I think he would be a great addition.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I'm excited. So that would be
I like Caster's addition though, because when you look at the landscape of this match, and you don't have really any like dastardly heels in this one. Yeah, you have Scorpio's leaning more into that. We saw tonight on commentary, but you don't really have anybody who's a true heel in that match. And Caster plays that role where, if you need somebody to push over the ladder and cost the baby face the shot, he's a perfect guy for that. I feel like this was a great play off of that. You need that true heel that people hate. Although everybody loves the Acclaimed, you need that. But dude, I would totally get down with having RVD if he's the surprise guy. That's a great call too. That's a Hall of Fame worthy dude right there, no doubt. Love that idea.